All right, everybody, welcome back to another night here on the Dakota Collegiate Rocket League channel. We got one series here in store for you all tonight, a Division C matchup here between Lecap and CVS Receipt. It's been a little bit since I've been able to see this CVS team play a little bit, so I'm really excited to get into this one. I am joined here tonight by the man, the myth, the legend, Blasky. Thank you for hopping on with me tonight, man.
Of course, it's always an honor.
For sure, but like I said, I don't know who knows or not who doesn't at this point. I got a new mic and I got some new lights. So if my mic sounds weird at any point, please let me know and I'll do my best to try and fix that. But with that, like I said, a matchup between Lecap and CVS Receipt here on the stream tonight. Take a peek here at the bracket. So the matchup here tonight is match D, as you can see on your screen there. Lecap had a little bit of not a crazy run to this point so far. They did unfortunately have to play in the play-in match, which you can see all the way up at match A up there, where they took down Silly Geeses in a 4-0 sweep. There was actually some beef technically on that matchup. It was a lot of fun to watch. Silly Geeses really did not put up much of a fight. It was especially astonishing, Blasky and I, you were talking about this. I mean, Silly Geeses beat Lecap the week before they played, and then Lecap comes back all guns blazing, takes him down 4-0. And I do know that, one of the members of Lecap has claimed that it's the LaVillain arc. So he's kind of taken things a little bit more personally now, and I think they definitely have some good momentum coming up against CVS Receipt, who is the number 3 seed. But I'm going to go ahead now, toss it up to CVS Receipt here. This is their regular season stats. So they went 5-3 during the regular season. This team is led by Earl Roberts. He is joined by Oreo Man and Dcrl. And so it looks like Earl Roberts and Oreo Man actually pretty much matching in goals per game, which is pretty awesome to see, both at 0.92. And then, well, aside from that, I mean, it's crazy. Earl Roberts and Oreo Man might be matching in many things here. They're also matching in shooting percentage. But it's actually going to be Dcrl who's leading this team in shooting percentage at 40%. That's got to be up there. I'd be willing to bet if I looked at the leaderboards right now, he'd be up there in the top 10 at least. But Oreo Man, we all know him for being I've pretty much uncrowned myself and gave him the crown of the Dookie Master. That's kind of what I've been calling him. He's got a long list going in Sixers where he's been Dookie on everybody. I'm hoping we get to see an Oreo Man Dookie tonight, but we're gonna find out shortly. But now toss it over to Lecap, and I'll let Blasky talk a little bit about these guys.
Yeah, absolutely. So this seems a little less balanced. One thing that I will note, just looking at the stats, you can tell they're not a pass-heavy team. And just kind of glancing at it, it looks like there's a lot of off-ball plays. I see Yellow Dog, the only person in this entire series that has more than one demo per game. So my theory is they don't pass it because they're sending someone to lead block, and that is the demon that is Yellow Dog. That is my goat. I mean, it's definitely a strat, and I've used it a lot in the past. I mean, why pass it when you could just take out the goalie? And I respect that. They might be 2-6 going into this, but like you said, they were 4-0 against Silly Geeses, who I thought was going to win the last series. I put in a lot of points on them. I think like over 10,000. It is what it is, but now I'm a believer. Lecap is got a lot of momentum going into this series, and yeah, not like I said, 2-6. It doesn't show, the power that they have. They might have been trolling a little bit earlier in the season, but now I think they're really locked in once it comes to playoffs.
Yeah, no, I think you did a great overview. I mean, I remember at the very beginning of this season, Lecap definitely looked like one of the better teams in my opinion, and I think during the early season predictions and stuff like that, I predicted this Lecap team to be one of the better ones. I know, JD Bauer Power subs in on LAN, wins the championship technically, and then Yellow Dog, he's been grinding, playing a lot of Rocket League with his newfound friends in the Dcrl community, and Sensory's been known to be a very decent, very good, solid Rocket League player himself. So this Lecap team definitely has the pieces. I've done one or two replay reviews of them at this point, and They don't play bad Rocket League by any means, so they definitely could do it all here tonight. I'm gonna go ahead and toss it quickly back up to the bracket just to kind of highlight their path to LAN. I know you can't really see the losers bracket right now, but like I said, we're at match D. So the winner of this matchup will actually go up against Rising Stock. And then the winner of that series will progress to LAN. So we're already getting pretty close to some LAN qualification matches. Then Lecap, like I said, they had that play-in match. If they can make it to LAN after having to play an extra series, it's going to be huge kudos to them. But we're about ready to hop into this one. Blasky, before we start, I'm going to have to ask you what your predictions are going to be here tonight.
So I'm really wish that I had a previous game to go off of, because they actually both forfeited last week. Double forfeit against each other. So I got nothing other than straight vibes and what I believe is momentum and Yellow Dog. So I'm going 4-2 Lecap.
You're going Lecap. Yeah, you're talking. You've been supporting the underdogs here, and I think that's valid, perfectly valid. They definitely have some good momentum. They were looking very good up against that Silly Geese's team, so that's definitely a good shout. I'm gonna back CVS Receipt. It's hard for me to go against, the dominance that they've had in the regular season. This is gonna be their first playoff match, so we don't really know how they can handle, the stress of the high intensity playoff matches. But I'm gonna back them. I'm gonna say in this best of 7 series, I'm gonna say they're gonna take it. Let's say I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say a 4-1 series, but
okay.
Yeah, I think it might end, especially if Lecap can't get things started soon. But anyways, looks like we are ready to go here to get right into this first matchup. CVS Receipt taking on Lecap. Can Lecap complete the underdog story? We're gonna be finding out real soon.
And absolutely, and like you said, I mean, they have not played a single playoff game. So not only do they, might not have that playoff experience, who knows how much they've been practicing outside of this? They could just be completely cold. It's been a long time since we were actually playing, a series every week. And Lecap has one under their belt, just several days ago. So, they're coming into this a lot warmer than CVS Receipt, potentially. Who knows about scrims or ranked or anything like that, but, once you get on stream and once you get into an actual series, it's a different ballgame.
Yeah, no, for sure. And that's perfectly mentioned. Everybody, that's kind of how the Dcrl format works. We draw. Oh my goodness, a miss on the back end there from, I believe, Sensory. Lets this goal just slide in. I don't think Yellow Dog was really expecting it, but you make a great point there. It's playoffs is a whole new beast. This is where it all matters. At this point in time, every team only has 2 lives, right? So it's a whole new aspect of Rocket League, something that you don't really get in your ranked games, right?
Yeah, it's a little bit more do or die here, as we see, like I said, a little bit of nerves coming out. Not from the team I would have thought though, like Cap letting one in, Sentry just a little awkward, Yellow Dog not expecting the miss, but see if they can bounce back here a little bit. They're popping it out mid, trying to get something cooking, but Earl Roberts is already up in the air, playing with a lot more confidence than, anyone from Lecap is right now. And Oreo clears it out to the corner, and just a lot of whiffs, but again, it is game 1, and we're about to see another one go in off of just a miss.
Yeah.
Probably should have been touched.
Yeah, no, for sure. You can kind of see it on their faces, right? It's like, oh boy, we need to start locking in here, boys. It's a little bit of a slow start for Lecap. Can't help but wonder if they're a little bit, like we said, a little bit nervous, which is kind of, you already said it once. I would expect CVS to be a little bit more nervous of a team. This Lecap team has a full head of steam coming into this one. They've already, this is their first playoff match. So I was fully expecting Lecap to kind of be the one to try and charge us. Well, that's a big clear all the way downfield as Oreo finding the open net, and CVS Receipt off to a great 3-0 start here.
Yeah, one thing I'm noticing, just a lack of pressure from Lecap, and CVS Receipt just taking advantage, just shooting basically what they probably perceive as open nets at this point, and it's just freebies after freebies. I kind of like to see a little bit more, containing from both teams. But, if a solo play comes out like Oreo trying right now, we might see something crazy happen tonight, because we know there's some really high ceilings for a lot of these players.
So far my prediction holding pretty true here. Looks like CVS Receipt off to a great start here. Lecap need to kind of lock in here. A lot of individual mistakes happening, it seems like. They can start locking in. I think this game can definitely get a little bit more competitive as Earl Roberts makes a touch off of his own sidewall. Big booming boot comes out here from Sensory. Not able to find a follow-up here. Yellow Dog gets great 50, gets another one with Daryl's ball. Pops up in the midfield. Earl Roberts with low boost gets a great beat in the midfield there. Oreo Man maybe with a shot, but nothing goes his way. Earl Roberts does pass it back to Daryl. Maybe he's going to try and go for a read. And one member that I remember saying or hearing a lot about his name was Daryl. I think earlier when I did see the CVS Receipt team play, Daryl was very, very impressive to me, especially as that third man on the CVS Receipt team. I'm expecting to see him do the same here tonight.
Absolutely, and we talked a lot about the first man, the second man, and I expect to see a lot out of Daryl as we see a demo, potentially another one, almost an open net. Now they have to panic and get back on defense. Oreo Man tries to take up the wall, passes out, tries to get to Earl Roberts, a little awkward, but Daryl again is there for the clear, and that's one thing that like you said, Daryl is playing really well. He's a little bit more of a third man, and that's not a bad position to be in, especially when you get to be the ones that make all the touches that save your team. You don't get a lot on the stat sheet, but man, does it feel good to get those clears out to your teammates when they need them most.
For sure.
Earl Roberts takes it into the corner, tries to get a 50, it goes up, passes out mid, no one's quite back. Power gets it right off to the side, and it gets sent over Daryl. Is that in the net? That's another one. And again, it's just a little bit of awkward goals so far. Nothing too crazy as it's 3-1 with a minute 08 left.
I don't know if those of you that are looking at the cans right now, but JD Bauer Power had the light show pop up that matched his goal explosion, which is like, that's cool. I've never seen anybody do that. But he's also got the cool LEDs showing his team name in the back. Man, this guy's absolutely repping his team tonight.
Absolutely.
Fun stuff there. It'd be, as you were kind of talking, I was thinking, Oreo Man, it'd be fun to see Oreo Man have some good success here in Dcrl. He's been around since the very beginning. One of those quieter members that's just always in like every VC, especially in Sixers, especially. So to see a lot of his hard work and a lot of his time pay off, I don't think anybody would be real upset if we see an Oreo Man masterclass championship season
100%.
here. But
that's when we see a nice save come out from Earl Roberts. And yeah, he is an absolute grinder. And we see him potentially coming off for another play. Gets it past mid. Earl Roberts a little awkward as Century pops it up over him. Gets a chance to a solo play, 1v1 against Daryl. It gets 50'd out. And 20 seconds left. They're going to have to make a play right now if they want to stay in this game.
That's for sure. It's not looking real good, though. CVS Receipt not really letting go of the pressure. Earl Roberts gets a nice touch out of the midfield. Not able to get a second, though. Oreo Man going to be there for a follow-up. It's going to bounce up high above this orange goal. And I think that will do it here for game number 1. CVS Receipt off to a hot start. I think they got all 3 of their goals within like the first minute of this game number 1. But after Lecap kind of started locking down a little bit and not making so many individual mistakes, they were looking a lot more comp. So I think Lecap, if they can kind of get their feet under them, get those first game nerves out, I think they can start to make a comeback here. They're looking pretty good.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, on the stat sheet, it says it was 5 shots to 5 shots. I don't know about you, but it did not feel that way to me. It felt like CVS Receipt were in this driver's seat the entire time.
Yep, I completely agree. Yep.
And so there's also a decent bit of saves. I mean, not a whole lot, but 3-2. It just mostly felt like a lot of banging and like back and forth in the middle and hoping something came from it. And somehow 4 total goals came from it. And I think, we know that game 1's a lot of a warm up sort of deal, feel each other out. And I think game 2 is going to show a lot more passes, a lot more, just trying to make some solo plays, even just something more peak heavy. And I'm excited to see what we get going later in the series.
Yeah, no, for sure. But game number 2 now, getting underway. Lecap going to be looking to kind of answer back from that good start. Sensory almost hits a crazy shot, just barely offline there. Almost gets game 2 off to a fiery start. Would have been a complete opposite to how game 1 started. So definitely like to see the attempt there from Sensory. This ball is already going back and forth And man, Lasky, I can't lie, I like what I'm seeing from the cap, but the net's left open. Oreo Man finds an opening here early in game 2, and they strike first once again.
I was gonna say, you know, I almost cast or blessed them, but it really doesn't matter. If you leave an open net, you leave an open net. Oreo Man's gonna find that every time. I mean, he got 2 last game. What's the third one? You know, they gotta start having someone back post, otherwise they're gonna keep getting eaten alive. As that's almost also in the net, trying to get any pass to get onto the blue side. A little bit of awkwardness. Sentry hits it at the corner wall. Will Roberts with the clear. And I've just noticed CVS Receipt is always there to follow up all the touches. It's just fantastic positioning from them this game. Like we've said, they've just been in control the whole time. And Lecap have to figure something out to stop them, whether it's bumps, demos, or just holding onto the ball longer, as it's another open net for Oreo Man.
Yeah, I think JD just got caught a little bit out of order there. I think he was maybe expecting a better, or at least a 50 there from Sensory, not able to find it. And like you said, it's another open net for CVS. Lecap seem to just be like getting caught on their heels almost, like, you know, things aren't happening what they're expecting to, you know, be occurring. And so I don't know what needs to really change there. It could just be the nerves that we've been talking about, but doesn't seem like they're playing their best positionally right now. And like you said, CVS Receipt has been controlling the ball. Oh my goodness!
Almost
that
bounced
shot
right into the net.
Almost bounces in, but again, CVS Receipt have been doing such a good job at controlling the ball, and that's what's been making the difference so far.
Absolutely, and no boost, but they're trying to demo play here as Yellow Dog gets it clear off to the side. And I don't know, maybe there's something going on I don't know about. Maybe they're trying to fuel the beef a little bit. They want to lose this game and hope Silly Geese win theirs and they match up again. That's my theory right now. Because this is not the Lecap we just saw in their last series.
Yeah, no, for sure. But there we go. JD Bauer finds an opening. There we go. Yellow Dog getting hype in the cams again. We saw it last series. That's a great center by Yellow Dog. Dcrl can't find the touch. JD Bauer Power tucks that ball away, brings it back within 1. And this game, too, feels a lot more competitive now, as, you know, there wasn't 3 early goals to start it off. And I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing a little bit here more from Lecap.
100%. They're trying a little bit more to get passing plays off the sidewall, off the backboard. Instead, they're just going to let another open net go in. And so, I mean, it's just a mindset change you have to make. Like, you know, at a certain point, you have to just decide, hey, if you're third man, be deep third man. You know, you got to sit back there because it's what? That's 5 goals?
4 or 5 open nets. Yeah.
That have just been basically open nets. It's getting a little rough out here for the positioning.
Yeah, like you said, I think it's just a mindset change. Like you said, it's just expect. Oh man, I don't know how the mindset change will affect that. A pinch comes out from Earl Roberts in the midfield, and yeah, I don't know what you can really do against that. I mean, that's just a perfectly placed pinch, top right. CVS go up by 3.
Yeah, it's getting rough out here for them. I mean, they each have 300 points so far, 2 shots apiece, and it's just pressure after pressure. I mean, and they've got the defense. Earl Roberts is up so early to block everything every time. He's just getting the most optimal touches. It's awesome to see how far, you know, Civ C has come. Especially, it's just they're getting so much better every single season. And as we see another shot, this time from JD Bauer Power, as he gets, you know, 1 for Lecap to fall in, finally, as Yellow Dog gets a soft little touch in front, catches him out awkward, and it's 4-2 with a little over 2 minutes remaining.
Yeah, no, definitely a good sign. Still a lot of Rocket League to be played here in game 2. We're just over halfway. Definitely still winnable for both, or for Lecap here. It's definitely not over. And Oreo Man gets a great pop, but Sensory, who's been looking a little bit inconsistent so far, gets a good touch. But Oreo Man with a back pass back to Dcrl. Now Sensory gonna try and meet Dcrl off the wall here, but Yellow Dog should have a huge booming clear. It's gonna go off the corner. It's gonna be awkward. Oreo not able to read it. Not really a good follow-up. JD finally goes there, and it's a good touch towards net. Dcrl able to bat that away. Yellow Dog, who's been pretty much the setup man on a lot of these goals. Sensory there for a shot, rings it off the crossbar. Save comes out, and CVS receipt hanging on by the skin of their teeth.
Again, Earl Roberts with the most optimal touch. If he doesn't get that second touch there, that's a goal. I mean, like, the first one was great. The second one was even better. Got it out of the net. As we see another pass middle. And I think the difference is CVS Receipt holds the ball a lot closer to their chest. They're just, not trying to give the possession up. And Lecap is so panicked on defense. They're just hitting the ball as hard as they can to get it off their side. But it just gives it right back to them every time.
Yeah.
He gets bounced right back out mid. Dcrl with the follow-up. Bangs it up mid. That's a pass to himself, potentially. Yellow Dog, a little awkward. And Earl Roberts gets a pop over 3. A little bit of awkwardness in the corner. And again, it's just panicking from Lecap.
Yeah, they're going to have to pull it together here. 40 short seconds left. And looks like maybe you have a chance here, but Oreo Man gets an early jump on a 0 boost Yellow Dog. Nothing gonna still all of Lecap look like they're on 0. Sensory gonna finally come flying in. 50 comes out. Ball goes to the orange corner. They're gonna need something quick here. Yellow Dog opts for the boost. It comes a bad 50. It's an unfortunate choice there from Yellow Dog. I think he would have gotten a little bit better of a hit there if he just went for the 50 instead of going for boost 2. And Oreo Man finds a window and strikes it home. CVS up by 3.
Yeah, it went from needing a miracle to win to, hey man, let's go next. I mean, 3 goals in 24 seconds is not impossible. Definitely improbable, especially when you're on defense to start it off.
Yep.
And, I think that was pretty much the nail in the coffin. Just kidding. That was. And the craziest part is CVS Receipt all have 500 points apiece. Like, they are close in stats, but Earl Roberts with 100% goal participation, he only scored 1 of them. He's got 5 assists, which is insane for threes.
That is truly insane. 10 seconds to go here. We'll just try and send this game away. Sensory trying to get something going. Demo comes out from Yellow Dog. Maybe a shot here for JD. Puts it home. Finds a good goal here for the road. That's great placement, though, and that's definitely a good sign for the Cap. They, maybe going for the road, try and get some momentum here going into Game 3.
Yeah, you see that they can bleed. Like, there is an opening when you take the opportunities. Maybe they let off the gas a little bit because, you're up by 4 goals with less than 10 seconds left. But either way, just getting a goal, you can get a little bit of momentum going into Game 3. They're down 0-2 as we see the timeout coming.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, CVS, they've just been looking pretty dominant throughout these first 2 games for sure. But like you said, we've seen the fact that CVS Receipt, they have flaws. They're not, completely perfect by any means. Lecap have found, openings here and there throughout the series. Definitely a couple missed opportunities, and a lot of the goals for the CVS Receipt have been just due to mistakes from Lecap, not necessarily an outplay or anything like that. So if Lecap can... in that game too, it looked a lot better. There was a couple here and there, but I think they're kind of slowly starting to warm up to the series. But hopefully, by the time they are warmed up there, it's not too late. They're already down by 2. Gonna need 4 now before CVS win 2 to try and take the series here.
Absolutely, and I mean, it's just been so one-sided. I mean, starting off Game 1, getting hit with a 3-0 deficit definitely takes the wind out of your sails, and it's just been downhill since somehow. And you need to take a time out there, kind of collect yourself, figure out what do we need to change, and talking to your team a little bit, having that, IGL, the in-game leader, whether it's your number 1 or, your team captain or not, talk through and figure out, like, what can we change to just get some momentum, because now their timeout's gone. If they lose this game, you don't got a lot of time to talk about what you need after that. And you need a reverse sweep in a best of 7, which is nearly unheard of.
Yep. I mean, we've seen it time and time again. But I don't know. They actually didn't take a timeout there. I don't know if you thought they did, or maybe I'm just mishearing you or something. But I mean,
they
maybe
said timeout, but I think that as soon as the game started, they just went in anyways.
Oh, okay.
So I guess they didn't want to use the extra minute that they had post the initial countdown, but that's all right, because they said Yellow Dog and JD both called timeouts.
I was like, I got disconnected from the Rocket League servers, so I honestly didn't even see that. But I mean, like you said, they joined up in the game right away. So I mean, screw it. I guess we'll go with it. But
Yeah.
anyways, game 3 underway here. CVS Receipt have taken the first 2. The Cap gonna need to try and strike back. And like you said, now before they if CVS Receipt does win this game, they will be on a match point. So Lecap definitely need a game win here. We've probably only seen a reverse sweep best of 7 series like maybe 3 to 5 times total in 5 seasons of DCRL. So they're gonna need, like I said, they're gonna need one here if they want a chance to win the series.
Yeah, and especially with how strong of a showing CVS Receipt have had, they're not one-score games. That's been a lot of the reverse sweeps. Is like you're down 0-3 in this series, but you only have a net -3 like goal differential.
Yep.
It's been rough so far. So there needs to be some significant changes, and so far, I'm not gonna lie to you, it feels like those changes have come out a little bit. I'm seeing a lot of, a lot more control, a lot more, playing on the ball, and no goals have been scored yet, which is a huge bump up from what they were the last 2 games. I think at this point they've had at least 2 goals scored on them in the previous 2 games. So props to them. That timeout, whether or not they actually called it, is doing wonders for them so far. As we see a potential goal right here. Oh my goodness, JD Power hits it to the corner. No one up for this other than Oreo Man. That's another goal. We're halfway through the game.
The improvement that I've seen from Oreo Man from the time I've seen him come into the league is insane. That's a great aerial coming from Oreo Man to slot that away. CVS Receipt now up by 1. We're only halfway through game 3 though. Again, it seems like Lecap just haven't been able to find the upper hand like once this entire series so far. It's really just been CVS Receipt controlling the pace of play, all the scoring, all that stuff. It seems to just all be in CVS Receipt's favor. As Daryl here is going to look for another one, finds a fake, or maybe fakes 2, gets a 50. The Dookie goes in for Daryl, bullies his way through 2 Lecap members, and that's an insane goal from the CVS Receipt 3rd member.
Yeah, and you don't ever expect someone that you see has no boost in your corner attempt to try to just 50 it through and score. But if it's gonna work on you, it's gonna work on you. And again, just hitting the ball away, that's almost a goal for Daryl again. But Oreo Man, a little bit of awkwardness here, hits it off his backboard. Yellow Dog's up in the air already, off the backboard again. JD Power tries, couldn't quite get there. Century bounced it off the sidewall. And Daryl with the hard clear. Is Yellow Dog able to get there?
Nope.
Not quite. And now it's 3-0. Yeah. It's tough out here.
It really is. I mean, CVS Receipt pretty much just running up this Lecap team over and over again. Oh man, I've just been watching him the whole series. Daryl has to be one of the standout players for this CVS Receipt team. He's just on the ball so much, and it seems so comfortable. Seems to have a lot of control, even in the air and stuff like that, which we don't see as much here in Division C. So Daryl might have been one of those sleeper picks, one of those steals maybe of this Division C draft. He's playing out of his mind here in this series as JD Power not able to make a touch here. Earl Roberts gonna try and get another one, but Sensory's able to handle it, makes a much needed touch. Daryl gonna pop this up high. Oreo Man's going up for this read, trying to make it, barely misses, and actually able to steal the boost instead. Yellow Dog left with nothing in the tank, 50s too. This ball's rolling in the midfield. Earl Roberts going for a double attempt here, bounces it again off the backboard. Oreo Man sends it up high, and that CVS Receipt option there falls short.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the pressure difference. It's 9 shots to 2. And Lecap just can't get. Oh no! Daryl's just faking the life out of everyone on that team over and over. I mean, at this point, I gotta wonder, does this count as cyberbullying? It's rough. It is rough. 4 minute 10. Potentially going into game 4 down 0-3 in the series. I mean, it's crazy because, Lecap, like we said, just swept a best of 7 days ago. And for CVS Receipt to be playing as dominant as they are against this team goes to show just how good and how confident they are. Oh my days.
Dcrl with an insane redirect off of a pass from Earl Roberts. What an insane shot coming from Dcrl. I mean, this...
Certainly, this guy gets MVP, like a whole trophy at LAN, right? Like, regardless of if they make it. Oh my god.
Oh man, he's running up this field right now. First the disgusting fake on Yellow Dog, and then that redirect. I mean, if that doesn't take the wind out of your sails, I don't know what would. Lecap not looking real good right now, but CVS receipt up by 5 here with 30 seconds to go. A big clear comes out. JD might be able to get another touch on it. He does. Beats out the last defender, and Lecap gets one. But I will say, Brazil is in play now. I will say that. So. Might be seeing that if CVS can continue playing like they are.
Yeah, and I know we were talking about how good Dcrl is, but can we talk about how Earl Roberts, Oreo Man, and Dcrl have basically had one game apiece where they just ran it themselves, essentially? I mean, we had that game where Oreo Man just scored open net after open net. The one with Earl Roberts having 5 assists and 1 goal, and now Dcrl having 4 goals and an assist, one of them being, you know, an absolute clip. They're such a well-oiled machine, and they are just running the show.
For sure. 3 seconds to go here. CVS receipt surely taking this one. 0 seconds on the clock. CVS receipt take it 5-1 here, and they progress now to match point against Lecap after what was an insane series previously for Lecap. Looks like the roles have been reversed here. Now facing a 4-0 sweep themselves. Man, at this point, I really don't know what Lecap can do. I mean, CVS receipt has just been peaking. Like you said, each member seems to have had a game so far. This one obviously being Dcrl's. And like I said, I genuinely don't know what Lecap can do against this CVS receipt team right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. If I'm in their position, I'm saying, screw it, guys. Let's just play our game. Like, you know, if I'm someone who is a little bit faster, I'm saying, let's just demo everyone, see if it works. You know, let's just have fun this last game. And sometimes that's what you need. If you're just having fun and clearing out the field, and even if you just start off 1-0 or 2-0, that could be enough. Will it be? That's a different story. But I mean, at this point, you're either gonna sweat and potentially get tilted, or you're gonna just try to have fun and see what you can pull off.
For sure. Game 4 underway now. CVS receipt, like we've been saying, they have an opportunity here to reverse the roles here on the cap. But like you said, I think that's definitely what the play is here for this Lecap team. At this point, you don't really have much to lose. I mean, you're already down 3 in the series, so just try and have fun with it. I think we actually saw that from Yellow Dog after already in that Roberts with a scary double attempt. Maybe JD can almost find an opening, but can't quite do it. But like I said, I think we already saw that from Yellow Dog after that fake came out. We saw him take his headset off, just sit there in disbelief for a hot second, and then I saw him come out with guns ablazing, just sending it, demos, whatever it may be. And I think that's just kind of exactly what maybe Lecap needs to do, kind of after hearing your input on it. And I think that's could be their best bet here.
100%. And as we see Dcrl potentially have another chance at a shot. Just a little bit of an own goal. I don't know if the person that was really far back post could have quite gotten there. I couldn't tell from the camera angle change, but yeah, probably.
Eesh.
That was just miscommunication. Definitely, if they're not trying to have fun, that one's gonna be a little tilted. If they're just memeing around, trying to like just say, you know what, let's just finish out the series, that one doesn't hurt as much. But if they're trying, an own goal there definitely hurts.
Yep, it really does. It's
Roberts.
Roberts, how many double attempts have we seen from the CVS receipt team? I don't think they've really hit a double yet, but there's been a couple really close calls. But,
yeah, I know we were talking about Lecap trying to have fun, but I mean, it's CVS receipt that's just going for the clips, dude.
Yep.
I mean, there's like, you know, why not just kick them while they're down and take advantage of the situation? As we see Sentry potentially get a redirect, 50-1. Yellow Dog bumps his own teammate. That's all right. Earl Roberts has the ball in the corner, pops it off, can't quite follow it up. Yellow Dog gets it off the back wall, gets a touch to the side, and again, they just can't get there just quite yet. As it gets there, Sensory puts it in the net. If they didn't score it, that would have been
Game over.
That would have been an absolute devastating crash out, leave the game, get me out of here.
Yeah, no, it's tough when you're in those positions. But actually, I'm now that I'm thinking about it, I'm pretty sure this is the first time that Lecap hasn't been down in goals all series long. I think this is the first time that they've been tied up at least here in the series. So definitely some life here for this Lecap team here in Game 4 potentially. But Warrior Man gonna maybe try and get another one himself. 50's out 2 members. That does go in the favor of Yellow Dog. That's a good bounce again for JD, but Earl Roberts handles it well. Yellow Dog now gets a good 50 with Warrior Man. It's gonna bounce off the corner into the midfield here. Sensory gets a good first pop here. I like this idea. Gonna bang it off the backboard, but some great backboard defense comes out from Earl Roberts.
Yeah, Earl Roberts has just been a defensive phenom the whole game as he's sniffing Yellow Dog all the way across the field. Gets one for his team. Dcrl potentially probably going to go for a clip here. Let's see, like a triple flip reset. No, okay, hits it off the sidewall. And Oreo Man, a little bit of a whiff. Just kidding, passed it to Earl Roberts, actually. It was a fake. And again, we need to see another goal. I just want to see, like, have a lead.
Yep. There we go.
Thank God. If they went the whole series without a lead, oh no.
Oh man, I hope they're not growing complacent. Yellow Dog's getting his face in the cam and stuff. Hopefully they don't get complacent. I don't think they are. I mean, we just saw him put his feet up. I think their mental's pretty shocked. Like they're just messing around at this point, but that's definitely what they need to do.
It takes a whole new animal to do that while you're down to 3-0.
Yeah.
But I respect it.
Oh.
Fantastic. Oh my goodness. We just see the pinball between everyone, open net. Oreo Man harassing Sensory. Again, it's just, as soon as something goes right for him, 17 things go wrong.
Yep.
And they just get another goal for CVS Recede.
Luckily for the Cap, though, they did have the lead for the first time in the series. They're gonna need what's like the LeBron or like you are my sunshine or whatever. You are my. Hopefully they're gonna need to like be singing that or something, like a kumbaya
100%.
moment.
Yeah, it's gonna take a whole lot of that to come back from this. See a little bit of awkwardness. Yellow Dog. Oh, bounce off the back ball. For some reason, everyone and their grandma is up in the air trying to jump at that. Yellow Dog 50s it off that back post. Oreo Man potentially trying to get a touch here. Century gets it over one. JD Power with a little bit of a whiff. Yellow Dog's back. Oreo Man has the ball, plays 50. And it goes right up the wall to Dcrl. This is the last person I want to see have the ball if I'm Lecap. I'm not going to lie to you. He has been an
Oh. Yep. Ooh, there it is.
Anyways, good job on Lecap for scoring that. It took a lot from them to get in Oreo Man's head, and I don't know, man. It's I'm hoping they get this game, at least just to set themselves up for the next series potentially. I mean, we could see a reverse sweep.
We could. We can't write it off.
We definitely could. It can't. Not yet, but it also makes me wonder how much CVS Recede is just kind of trolling. They're pre-jumping everything.
Yeah.
And no.
Oh my goodness gracious, Oreo Man with an insane clip. Was that a flip? Did he get a flip on this? Oh my goodness gracious, Oreo Man. A flip reset double off of the orange backboard ties this game up. How is this Division C? What?
Rolling or not, I mean they're just doing whatever they want, dude. It doesn't matter.
I can't believe we just witnessed that in a Division C match. We don't see that type of thing in Division A, like rarely. But,
oh my god.
Oh, yep.
I mean, at this, just put the Lecap third man on a freaking back of a milk carton because they've just been missing all series, dude. It's rough out here.
Oh
Holy
man.
Moly.
Yeah, Oreo Man. I think he kind of sealed the deal with that insane shot. 22 seconds to go here. Lecap need one goal to tie it up. Sensory gets a decent 50. Sends this ball into the CVS Recede side. JD goes missing on the sidewall. Yellow Dog also goes missing on the sidewall. Sensory, maybe a desperation attempt here, but Earl Roberts double commit works out here. Saves his flip. JD with a great clear here. They're going to need this right here, right now, but Daryl shuts it down. Yellow Dog trying to keep it up. Ooh, Sensory's there to also keep it up. Maybe a chance. Earl Roberts does pop it up in the midfield. Yellow Dog not able to make the touch. And CVS Receipt with an insane series here, taking it 4-0, reversing the roles here against this Lecap team. And oh my goodness gracious, that was an insane game 4, especially from Oreo Man.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the 4-1 prediction was insane. I mean, you should have just doubled down. I don't know what you were thinking. You should have just. That was nuts. That was nuts. I mean, they clipped on him 2 or 3 times.
On multiple occasions.
There was just nothing they could do but sit there and just lose. I mean, you have to find a way to bounce back and go next. And I mean, so far, what a good start for Lecap. Or not Lecap, Jesus. CVS Receipt. Not a good start for Lecap. In the playoffs. I mean, after this, who do they have after this? They have, I forgot. Rising Stock.
Rising Stock, yeah.
And they just won 4-1. That's the number 2 seed. I mean, if they play like this, like, how do they lose?
I don't know. I mean, I was asking for the Oreo Man Dookie, right? That's all I was asking for. I wasn't expecting the Oreo Man reset double. So, I mean, you get what you get, right? But
yeah, he basically just got a contract the very next season.
He might. Remzik might offer him a spot. We'll see. But anyways, we got the winners interview up here. Let's go ahead and drag these guys in, and we'll get a winners interview out of these boys. Earl Roberts, I think your cam just crapped the bed at some point here, so don't have you up on the stream. But anyways, I mean, guys, what in the world did we just witness? An absolute slaughtering here out on the pitch tonight as you take down the Cap 4-0. Oreo, I gotta toss it to you first. What in all hell was that shot at the end? I mean, are you kidding me, brother? What's going on?
I've been practicing my double, so you know.
But reset double? Like...
I haven't been practicing reset doubles, but I haven't been practicing whip resets and doubles.
So just put the two together.
I just put them both together.
Oh my goodness, I could not believe. I don't think anybody on the field could believe what we just witnessed. I mean, I didn't
believe it either.
I was telling Blasky, it's like we rarely see that type of thing in Division A, and this is a Division C matchup. I mean, that was one of the last things I was expecting, but huge. That was an insane clip, Oreo. I gotta give it to you. That's one of the best clips I've seen all season. So I just wanted to give you your kudos on that. And then I'll toss it. I'll let you eat here, Blasky. You got a question for these guys?
Yeah, I mean, Daryl, I don't know what it was out of you this game, but you were playing so well. I mean, all of you were. You all had a game where you just kind of ran it. And then game 4, I'm not going to lie, kind of looked like you were trolling a little bit. But Daryl, that redirect you had, I don't remember if it was game 1 or game 2. That was nuts. I mean, when it came to game 4, were you guys just kind of a little bit more laid back saying, we have a 3-game cushion? Or what kind of happened there? What was the change? Oh, I can't hear him.
Oh, I can't hear him either.
Oh, you can't?
Oh, there we go.
Oh, now I can.
You good? Okay. We haven't played a series in over, I think, 2 weeks because our game got canceled. So we kind of came back. We practiced in between, but we came back and we were like, this kind of feels nostalgic. This feels like when we first met. Let's just go out there, have fun. And then we got to the point where we're 1 game away from winning. And if you remember game 1 that we played, our first series that we played against Bodacious, we went to game 5 and almost lost. So, I mean, we probably were a little nervous there, but I mean, at the end of the day, we always knew we had it in the bag, Everybody was astronomical today. Everybody did so good. It was really fun to play with them.
Yeah, no. Don't let Lecap know that you have not played together. And
we practice in between.
Yeah, we practice.
Okay.
No, it was like you said, Daryl. I think everybody had at least like 1 pop-off game in that series. I think you had a couple yourself, Oreo, obviously that last game, and then Earl, you had one yourself. But I guess I'll toss it to you now, Earl, as the captain of this team. Tell us a little bit. I don't know how much we've gotten a chance to kind of talk to you a little bit, but kind of tell us about were there any struggles in the regular season? I mean, I know you guys had a positive record overall, but was there any struggles kind of coming into this point? And how did you guys overcome that a little bit?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. We had the last match that we actually played. We were a little out of it. We were kind of struggling with rotations, and so I was just, every practice we're doing just focusing super heavy on rotations and tightening up like the whiffs and the double commits, because once we get that out of the way, then it's smooth sailing from there. It especially helps when I've got these two criminals on my team. I mean, Dcrl dropping 800 points in a game. Chris with the flip reset double tap. I mean, just monsters on the field. Yeah, but like that first game went by and like all my nerves were just gone. Like I was just, yeah, we got this.
Yeah, no, we were kind of talking a little bit about that because we were expecting you guys to seem like the nervous team because this is your first playoff series of all season, right? Lecap, they're coming off of a 4-0 sweep and they're playing. We were expecting you guys to look like the nervous ones, but it was actually Lecap that looked like the nervous team. They were, third man whiffs. I mean, just freebies, honestly, for you guys. And that probably felt pretty good. That was a great way for you guys to start off the series. And that'll be a big reason as to why you guys had the confidence. So it's cool to hear kind of a little bit about that story, Earl. And, it's great to see. But now, before I send you guys away, so now you guys will be facing Rising Stock, who I don't know if you guys know who's on that team. Honestly, I forgot to. Do you guys know who's on the team?
Jive.
Okay, the Jive team.
Jay, and Raptor.
Okay, so that's who you guys will be facing, and lo and behold, that's already gonna be a LAN qualification match. So whoever comes away with the win in that series will punch their ticket to LAN. And so that's going to be a face-off. You guys are the number 3 seed coming into this one versus the number 2 seed of Rising Stock. It's going to be a fun one. I'm really excited to kind of hopefully get that one on stream, or at least see the results if we are unfortunately not able to get it. But how are you guys feeling against that matchup? Anybody can really answer that. Are you guys feeling confident? Are you guys scared? What's going on there?
Oh, I'd say confident. I'm feeling great after this first series. Like Dcrl said, it's just like when we had our first series of the entire Dcrl league, when we were like not really sure how it's gonna go, a little nervous, and then we just pulled an absolutely amazing performance, and we're all just like the chemistry is there. We're all feeling great about it, and confidence is high. I'll say that.
Love to hear it, boys. Well, Blasky, do you have any last things you want to say before we send this away?
No, that was pretty much it. That was a fantastic series, boys.
All right. Well, with that, I will send you guys away. Huge congrats. You guys are now only 1 series away from punching your ticket to LAN. You guys, played amazing here tonight, and I have no doubt that you guys have a decent chance taking it to Rising Stock in that matchup. Look forward to seeing that one, and good luck, boys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's gonna be it. We only had 1 series on the night here tonight. I think a lot of teams got really excited when playoffs came out and they scheduled a lot of their series right away. So I think things are kind of starting to slow down a little bit. Hopefully, teams are still getting their series scheduled and stuff. But I mean, Blasky, what an insane 4-0 sweep we saw from CVS Receipt. We've been seeing some dominant 4-0 sweeps to start off, playoffs here. There's been a lot of 4-0 sweeps. Don't really know exactly the reason why, but I mean, it was just dominant through and through from the CVS Receipt team.
Yeah, and I kind of just look back through the schedule. It could be another one. Last time these two teams faced, CVS Receipt beat them 3-0.
Really?
So we'll see, especially with the momentum they have. If they schedule their game real soon, it could be devastating for Rising Stock. I would try to delay that one as long as possible at that point.
Yeah, I actually know that. I think we have some. I know we got Jive in the chat too. So I've been seeing some confident things from both sides. I mean, obviously, CVS Receipt is going to be feeling confident, after that series. But looks like Jive. I mean, you guys, like Blasky said, looks like the series between you guys didn't go as well before. But I know, they're going to have redemption on their mind. and you know they're going to be wanting to bring this back. But anyways, like I said, one series here on the night. CVS receipt sweep Lecap 4-0 sweep Lecap. Now you know hanging on by a thread. They have one life for the remaining of playoffs to get sent down to the losers bracket. But with that, I just have a few things to say. Like I said, as always, please follow our our social media accounts. We got Instagram, Twitter, obviously our YouTube channel. Join our Discord. We also have an Epic creator code at the bottom. So if you buy anything in the item shop or even on Fortnite or any of that type of stuff, you can use our code DCRL. We get a small portion of it. And then the last thing I will say is we do have a sub goal right there. We're only 15 subs away actually from obtaining the maid outfit on LAN from one of our very own Perchance or Cooperson as I call him. So we're only 15 away. If we can achieve that before the end of playoffs, we will be seeing a maid outfit from one of our executives, which for some reason people were really excited about. So just wanted to kind of remind everybody of that. But Blasky, do you have any last words before we send this away?
No, it's been a pleasure as always. Make sure you guys subscribe, drink some water, call your mom, do all those wonderful things.
Yep.
And always tune in on the streams. It's always a good time. You see some clips like Oreo Man.
Oh my god.
And, I mean, we definitely got to have that in some sort of montage of sorts. That was fantastic.
Yeah, it really was. We saw a couple insane clips. So hopefully somebody can go pull that up on the VOD, clip it. Maybe we can put it on social media, something like that. But oh yeah, Izord wants me to say, I don't know why I didn't say this. Show up to LAN. It's gonna be a lot of fun. It's gonna be our first semester at a new location. So historically, it's always been at on the NDSU campus. This semester, it's gonna be at the new DSU esports facility. So that's in Madison North. Is Madison in North Dakota, or is it South Dakota?
Dude, I'm not paid to know that.
Dude, I think it's in North Dakota still. Someone will correct me in the chat. I know there's probably some DSU person, but yeah, so come to LAN, or it's South Dakota. It's South Dakota. All right, thank you. So yeah, come to LAN. We want as many people there as possible. Very shortly, we're going to be releasing hotel rates. I do know that they're very good rates. So we're going to be having that announcement come up soon. And so keep your eye out on that. Blasky's got the cat cannon out right now. But yeah, please come to LAN. It's going to be a lot of fun. We want as big of a crowd as possible. So please, if you have space, that's on December 7th and December 8th on the DSU campus. So please come to LAN. It'll be a lot of fun. But with that, I got nothing else to say. It's been a fun one series stream here tonight. Hopefully we'll have more in the future. I know we got maybe one series tomorrow currently. And more in the future. So with that, Blasky, thank you so much for hopping on the casting desk. It's a blast as always. And with that, we will see you all later. Peace out.
See ya.
Closer than your heart when the weight is getting heavy and the future is unsteady. Close your eyes, think about all the dreams you keep inside. Think about all the ones you love. I know this beating heart will be my guide. I know that we can overcome. When the world's so cold and we're losing hope, I need it. When the darkness comes and we're overrun, yeah, I need it. That's when we need each other. 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 You've seen me here before, above the mountain tops. With every step I take, I show the world what I got. I feel alive again. I feel like it's a new chance, from the wasteland. And I've got nowhere to be, so I'm waiting. I don't need a rush, I'm patient. However long it takes, I'll be there one day. Eternal, I'm alive and chasing whatever it is I'm facing. I can't walk away. There's so much left to say. Our story never has to end. Eternal, I'm alive again. We don't know what will happen tomorrow, but I hope a good surprise. I could flip all the time that